Welcome to another episode of These Are the Aesthetics. I go by the name of Cheech, aka your favorite broadcaster, aka the street journalist, aka just happy to be here.
And I go by the name of Gary, aka In Gary Be Trust, aka Mr. Sneaker Convo, aka When There's Smoke, a Fire Started Somewhere.
Okay, well, don't start getting deep off the top, okay? We don't need your fucking weekly quotes.
That's my quote for the whole episode. Because it's going to fall in line with every topic.
I know. You try to get poetic before you get here. I've been noticing a pattern. But today we have a very special and lovely guest. This is somebody I've known for a while. She's a professional in her field, probably the top crop in her field. But, you know, we have the lovely and beautiful and talented Eva in the building with us today.
Hi.
How you doing?
Yes, I'm good. How are you?
All right. What we like to ask on this show is, how are you? And if you say okay, we ask you to kind of rate where you are, like from a scale of 1 to 10.
Oh, I'm at a 10. I'm super comfortable, you know. Vibes are good.
Okay.
Good.
Y'all are good people. And like you said, I've known you for a long time, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. So I just have to ask. So it's like, I'm assuming that y'all seen each other, but like the nightlife scene, I'm assuming, right?
And outside sometimes, hanging
And
out,
outside.
partying and shit.
How is Cheech when like you actually see him like in the club? Please
He
describe in
just
your
be
perspective.
chilling. He always look the same. He don't
Okay.
do nothing out of the ordinary. He's always just standing around somewhere chilling.
Yeah, I'm vibing.
Okay, because for some reason I always have like a picture in my mind with Cheech at the club. It's like, is he always just like always like talking in someone's ear?
No.
Like,
No.
is
He
he
be
always going to
chilling. He
different
be
sections
chilling. No,
trying
he
to
be
like
chilling.
network?
Yeah, I see what you did. I see what you did, brother.
Is he well known by everybody at
Yeah,
the
he
club?
know a lot of people, but he's still
Really?
like laid back. Like
Yeah.
he just says hi and keeps, you know, to himself and his friends and whoever he with.
Yeah. Okay. I'm glad she cleared that up.
Yeah.
All right. I got something for you. Don't worry about it. But how are you feeling on a scale of 1 to 10, and why?
I'm feeling a solid 9. I'm doing good. I actually just came back from a little trip. I just came back from Austin, Texas. First time in Texas. Well, getting out of the airport with not involving like a layover. But yeah, I was there at the Austin Film Festival. I want to say shouts out to everyone that showed me love out there. I felt welcome, even though I wasn't the one invited. As you guys know, like Gael, my fiance, she is a writer, and she got invited to go to the contest because she was a finalist.
I'm
for
proud of you,
drama
Gael.
series.
Like that was yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
When y'all talk like this, she gonna take it as
I
know y'all love her.
Yeah. Everybody here is invited to a fucking wedding, so yeah.
But yes, like that. So yes, so she was invited. Like I met like a lot of cool people. The only thing with Austin is like y'all gotta do better with the food. Just my opinion. If I see brisket one more time, I'm throwing up. No disrespect to the lighter hued people, but y'all need to do better with the barbecue. Just saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, I had a good time.
I mean, you did say something else that I'm not gonna mention on camera, but
Well-
you didn't go to the right part of Texas. But again, you didn't go for you. You
Well-
went in support.
Well, what I will say here, Austin is a very progressive city.
Oh my God, these married men in their terms. Progressive?
It's very progressive. There's a lot of pronouns. It's a very thriving city. That's what I would say.
Okay.
But yeah, would I live there? Probably not. But like one thing I would say, because I actually did go there on business while I was at the film festival, I met some like kind of like important kind of type people. Like I actually met a writer for he's a writer on South Park.
Okay.
I saw a woman, she did like entertainment and like Disney. Another guy, he works for Nickelodeon. So I was rubbing shoulders with like some people. So like, hey, there might be some changes to the podcast very soon. Who knows?
Okay, I like that. No eye candy though. Asking for me on behalf of me.
You know, the only woman I see is my fiance.
Oh yeah! That was a test. bring it here, buddy. That was a test.
Fucking guy.
That's real, man.
But as
Bro,
far
I did not
as
see no Daisy Dukes out there in Texas.
no, absolutely not. And you would be blind to it if you did.
Of course.
Okay. But as far as me, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm at an 8. I'm in a very zen-like space in my life right now where everything flows. I'm not getting mad at anything. If it gets too much for me, I'm just gonna pray about it. Yeah, I'm just chilling, man. I'm just enjoying the good company around me, friends, family, and that's it, man. I'm in a peaceful place.
That's good to hear.
Man. Well, let's get this thing started. What are we getting into first?
I guess like the election. I guess it's election time.
Yes. Although we are not a political podcast, we try to stay away from politics, religion, and women's rights for obvious reasons, because we're not trying to be divisive. But
we're not oblivious to the times we're in now. It's election time. If you're able to vote, go vote. I want to say that if you're able to vote, go vote. Whoever you're voting for.
It's none of my business. I don't care. Everybody is kind of like, they have their strong opinions on either side.
Fam, I've never seen this country so divided ever in my life.
Ever.
Yeah.
I've seen people had like lifetime relationships end just off their political views.
Yeah.
Like this election.
Yeah.
It's like literally getting like insane. I'm seeing people go to like rallies and like just parties for each party, and no disrespect. I don't want to see Meg Thee Stallion dancing, twerking right now.
That's the stupidest shit I ever seen in my life.
I don't want to see what's the dude's name? Tony Keegler, whoever the fuck the comedian was saying jokes.
Tony.
Like Tony, that comedian Tony. I don't think this is the time to be telling jokes, especially race jokes right
Ain't
now.
shit funny, period.
Facts.
This world is like damn near coming to shit.
Exactly.
Well, since there's a
Like-
woman involved in the election, I just wanted to use this opportunity to. What are your thoughts on not necessarily Kamala as a person,
Just
but
a
the
woman
job
running?
from a woman's perspective?
I don't
like,
think a woman should be president.
Oh, we
I
are
know that-
starting early.
Yeah, I don't, because that's a man's job.
Do not.
That is a man's job. A man's job is to lead. I don't care what you believe in. I don't care what you got going on. It's in every household. When a woman leads, shit doesn't go the right way. So she's gonna run this shit to the ground if she.
Freddie,
becomes,
keep the
that's just
camera on
how
her,
I
please.
feel. I feel like a woman is a good secretary, like a backbone, like a supporter for the man. But
So
a
if the
man
man
is
is the
supposed
head,
to, he's supposed to be. Yeah.
the woman could be the
So
neck.
you're saying you don't want to have a first gentleman?
A what?
Yeah,
You see, like, the first lady. You don't want a first gentleman in the White House,
Bro, I don't think she should be president. I mean, and then what she stands for is fucking dumb. But anyways, that's besides the point. Everybody, like you said, has their opinion. I have mine, but I just think a woman, point period blank, should not be in.
I've
She
never
shouldn't be
heard
running.
that take from a woman.
That's original.
That's original. I love this.
That's actually the most original take ever. Because you ever white. I'm gonna say right here.
Gary, you're out of here.
I'm gonna say right now, white people will tell you everything about their life except for who they voting for.
Facts.
You ever ask a white person like who they voting for? You know what they gonna say? There's two reactions, like
Oh, that's personal. That's invasive.
and then the second reaction is gonna be like, whoa, that's an inappropriate question. They're gonna act like they're in the HR
I've seen
department.
that in like little, like, you know those guys that walk around like asking people shit. Like I seen like this guy saying Trump or Kamala, and then all the white people were like, ugh, no, like don't ask me that. That's so rude. Yeah.
Exactly. Now, one thing I will say, I'm not saying who I'm voting for, but I am not honest. If I'm being 100% honest, I don't miss 441 being blocked off 3 times a week. That's just my opinion.
That was a nice subtle shot, buddy. You must not like golf. Don't
Just
show
saying, I like to go to work all the time. But whoever you vote for, that's cool.
Honestly, this topic, the funny part of this topic that I wanted to discuss is not the nominees, right? What I wanted to discuss, y'all stupid. What I wanted to discuss is the marketing strategy behind each nominee, right?
Yeah.
So on one hand, you got Kamala Harris that just got endorsed by Beyonce and recently and other people, right? But if you see how Trump is moving versus how she's moving, it's like night and day.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
I've noticed some differences in how they approach things and the authenticity behind each move. But I wanted to see if I was stupid or I'm seeing things. So I wanted to come here and kind of ask you, like, I know obviously they have to pander. They have to pretend like they love everybody, shake every hand, and kiss every little baby in the room. But at the same time, like, I feel like there's certain places that you see like a Trump or a Kamala is. You're like, yo, there's no way on your off day you would come here. Like I'm seeing Kamala in barbershops. I'm seeing Trump stand next to drill rappers. It's like, what's going on? Like,
Trump was at sneaker con. Like, what is happening right now?
Oh yeah, he has a shoe,
Bro,
Trump has a shoe.
Yes, politics is coming into my world, into sneakers. Like, what is happening?
Yeah.
So like, before I get my take, do you have any opinion on like how the marketing on either party has been going?
I haven't paid too much attention to either or because I can't vote, but the shit that's thrown in my face, I think is bogus as fuck. Like, all I
YouTube
see
ad.
is Kamala trending on all her bullshit. The twerking and all that extra shit I thought was so stupid. I feel like she's laughing at black people. Like, she's like, yeah, I'm going to make y'all vote for me because it's the shit y'all like, this dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? And people are going for it.
And I'm a woman.
And she's a bitch.
Yeah. Oh.
Fuck her. Like, that's just how I feel. Like, she's, I don't know. I don't fuck with it.
I fuck with it.
No, I love. By the way, you are doing amazing right now, Freddie. Again, when she starts speaking, you can keep the camera on a lovely guest. Okay, but yeah, I mean, to me, it's absurd, man. I'm seeing, and again, the only thing I will say is Trump has portrayed to be fearless. Mm-hmm. Like, I'll play Many Man in the background while I walk in. I will go to the hood in Brooklyn and pardon all the gangsters or make amends or pay niggas to come out here. It's just, to me, I feel like it's like you got me and I got you. But with Kamala, it's more like, hey, we all in this together. I'm black, you black. If you don't vote for me, and it's like
you're like racist.
You racist, or you don't think a woman can lead. It's like I'm seeing that. I'm seeing the politic thing turn into feminism a little bit with her, and it should be about policies and how you're gonna change the world and how you plan on leading and stuff like that. And man.
One thing I would say, a couple of things I would say about Trump is that he has an amazing marketing team. I would say that because
1000%.
he's literally outside, like going around, shaking hands, kissing babies. Literally.
After getting shot. Allegedly.
Shot. Now, but the only thing is like, I understand that everybody got their opinion, but I want to have like a specific announcement for black people. So I understand, like, the most ignorant, vote for whoever you want to vote for. But the slap in the face to me and to black people is when I see black people say, oh, Trump got shot, Trump got arrested, he's a nigga. That's who I'm voting for.
Nah.
So fam, you're telling me that Trump relates to us black people because he's been shot and arrested? That's the only way he has associated himself as a
we go to school too. You know, some of us are lawyers.
Like fam, it's just whatever you have to take, just say it out loud. That's all I ask. But and one thing I would say is Joe. I think the one person who has benefited off this election is Joe Rogan.
Yes. Because
Joe Rogan, like, Trump just came on his podcast. It got like 30 million views in like one fucking day. Crazy numbers. But I think he kind of played a different type of game, like, because Trump obviously went to his studio, which is in Austin, Texas. And of course, Joe Rogan has been getting a lot of like threats, getting a lot of backlash. How can you have Trump on your platform? Are you a Trump supporter? This and that. So Joe Rogan, in classic Joe Rogan form, went on Twitter, or X, and said that, hey, I put out the same invite to Kamala, but their team wanted me to go somewhere. Pretty much he was kind of alluding to like the invitation is out there, but she was being difficult. Now, I understand as an entertainer, as a podcaster, and as a business person, he's in the right. But he's putting Kamala Harris kind of in a difficult pickle because now you're kind of like alluding. He didn't say it, but he's alluding to see how woman is being difficult. And then Kamala, if she doesn't go, she kind of looks at it as like the angry black woman. If she doesn't go, he kind of put her in a low key difficult position. Even though I'm not saying what he did was wrong because he's saving his own self. But what I will say is he played his cards pretty well.
I mean, we had this conversation, and my opinion on that matter was, to me, this is how I see it. If you trying to come over here and exploit my audience to, to push your message, you need to get your happy ass in a plane and come to me. Like it's a mutual beneficial thing, but it's like you need me right now to boost your message more than I need you. I'm not seeking out to speak to you. Mm-hmm. you know, that's one of your pit stops. And on top of that, come on, it's not like you gotta put gas in your own jet. Like, it's called Air Force One. You don't have to, or the taxpayers pay for it. Jump on the plane and get your happy ass to Texas and do the interview.
Exactly.
Because you know why? To me, that's hypocritical. Because at the beginning, when this all started, her angle was, oh, well, Trump don't want to face me in a debate. He don't want to stand next to the woman. He don't want to stand. He thinks I'm inferior. He don't. So it's like now Trump is making all the little stops that you not making. You got to own up to that. So
yeah,
I think they dropping the ball. I think her team is dropping the ball in certain categories. And again, personally for me, I'm not saying like I have a horse in this race. I think she is smarter than him. I would trust her a lot more to handle certain things. But as far as like people who relate to the public and the masses, and the person with the most charisma and the most wit and the funny person is Trump. Yeah, and if she don't get her act together, like she literally we in election month. It's
man.
a week away, so
so go ahead and vote. But yeah, like if Kamala wins, there'll possibly be more bathrooms. If Trump wins, I can't go to Texas Roadhouse no more.
The only thing that bothered me that I really like, because like I said, I don't dig into that shit. I don't really care. Whoever becomes president, whatever, I don't have any say so. But someone did say that she was like putting tampons in the men's bathroom because, you know, the whole like the guys that think they're girls or girls that think they're guys. So like the dykes are gonna not be in the boys' bathrooms using fucking tampons, and they're free. They're not even free for us, but
they're free for them. Is that what you said?
Kamala, go to hell. Like, straight up, I'm sorry.
Yo,
that shit's stupid. And then it's like all this human trafficking, all this shit. Y'all finna have niggas in girls' bathrooms and no, like y'all need to.
It's not. It's a safety issue too.
It really is.
Because what if he sees something he likes, he want to turn straight? Well, we gotta remove that. Gotta take that part out.
No, seriously, that shit can happen. Some of them probably just dressing up just to prey on people and go in there and do this shit. Like, I don't know. I don't feel like they're thinking all the way through. They're just doing shit to get votes. I feel like that's what it is.
Okay,
I hear you. Mama, don't watch this episode.
Yo, you might be my favorite guest for this year. I ain't gonna lie to you. Jumping into, you know, the second gear of this episode.
Hey, someone who might need a pardon.
Yes. Lil Durk. I said Lil Burke. It sounded like Trump when he said Lil Pamp. Lil Pamp and not Lil Pump. Remember that shit? But speaking of legal troubles, Lil Durk has been in the news lately because he got picked up by the U.S. Marshals, not by the feds. He got picked up by the U.S. Marshals because they have a warrant for his arrest in a hire to murder plot against another popular rapper, I think Quando Rondo. If I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. And yo, this kind of brew a slew of questions, right? For me, it's like, when do we let the nigga shit go? Number two, for me, it was like, why do people, rappers specifically, think they could do that one leg in, one leg out shit? When does the violence stop? Like, it's just, to me, it was mind-boggling because these guys are multi-millionaires. Like,
families.
With families, you guys are breaking a lot of generational, gaps, as far as, like, you guys are bridging the wealth gap and you guys are changing the lineage of your families forever. And I just feel like these are once in a lifetime opportunities. I don't know why we keep finding ourselves in this predicament. I mean, we talked about it for a while, but what's your take on this? And then I'll go to Eva after that.
Whenever there's smoke, a fire started somewhere. So the reason why I say that is because, like, Lil Durk is known for making Chicago drill rap. Is that true?
Yes.
So, and I always said there's a couple rappers that I just can't relate to because I don't have enough ops for. Lil Durk falls into that category.
That's a good point.
Like, this nigga always want to drill something, like shoot something. I'm like, yo, fam, do you ever talk about fly shit? Do you ever talk about any other brand besides Amiri? Like, fam, like, what are we getting at?
To his defense, he does make some girl records that are fire. But
okay, all right, respectfully. So pretty much like if you guys don't know, like King Von, this all really started with King Von, which is great. So King Von, actually tried to slide on, I believe it was Quando Rondo at the studio, and then as he was kind of approaching, there was another dude, I forgot his name. He literally like walked up, shot King Von right then and there, and ever since that, Lil Tim apparently like he killed King Von, and then ever since that day, I think the biggest headline all over Instagram, social media is like, is Durk gonna slide for Von? When are you gonna slide for Von? It's literally nothing but kids, some adults, but it's really kids literally bombarding his live, all his comments, slide for Von, slide for Von. Now, apparently, no, I think it was like, this happened in LA, right?
Happened in LA, I think outside of a hookah lounge or something like that.
Not even from a hookah lounge. It happened, like, I think at a gas station near one of the freaking most popular malls in freaking LA. Fam, this was bound to like, someone was going to jail. Now, if he did it, because there's really no solid proof if he really kind of was like a head honcho of like a murder to hire. There's a lot of conspiracy, because I know with the freaking the flight shit doesn't help his case, like going to Switzerland especially. Yeah. I'm sorry, no matter how much money you got, niggas is not going to Switzerland.
Yeah, I think he booked a flight to Italy, Switzerland, and somewhere else.
Like deadass. So like my whole take on it is like, I just think like you kind of fell into the hype. Like if I know you guys see the Wallow clip that's going around. It's like, because like Wallow was talking about how like he forgave his brother's killer. Because you know how you really slide for a nigga? Take care of that nigga's kids. Put them through school. Get them housing. Like take care of the family. Because at some point it's like, bro, nothing changes. Because now King Von is dead. You in jail. Quando Rondo and Lil Tim, their lives are never gonna be the same, because one of the biggest gangs in Chicago is forever on your head top.
Yeah, facts.
So that's just my take on it. I just think all this shit could have been avoided, and at the end of the day, why did all this happen?
True. Okay, and how do you feel about any of this?
I think a lot of rappers are just so stuck in the game, and I understand that it's really hard getting out of the game. I understand that they made it, they started getting money, they became rappers, but that life they were in before is hard to get away from. It's kind of like crackheads getting out of drugs. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could sit here and talk shit, but you don't know what it's really like. You don't know what they really got to deal with, or I don't know.
I get it. I mean, the thing to me is, I feel like words have meaning, right? And words have power. So it's like,
what they stand for is like,
you got kids, my nigga. Like a few years ago, like they broke into your house, almost killed you and your lady while you guys were asleep. So at some point, yes, you could talk about your past, but rap is also an art form. You could make shit up. It's just like making a movie. You're not gonna get if you were that dude in the streets, your legacy and what you did is already if you're a legend in the streets, you're a legend in the streets. Like nobody is if Gucci now and Jeezy is buying houses all over Atlanta, nobody is gonna look at him like, oh, you fell off. Like, no, what I did in the streets is what I did in the streets.
You do,
but now I'm a family man. I want to move different. So one, I feel like we gotta speak life more into the world and not death. And number two, I feel like, you don't have to live your raps. Whoever is somebody out there, you don't have to join a gang to create a story and commit murders to really talk about it. You could read a book, you could watch a movie, be inspired, and talk about that.
Yep.
You don't have to be in the field, you don't have to earn your stripes to talk. Plenty of rappers that you guys might not know in the past, in the 90s, made up a whole persona of somebody they wanted to be and were successful at it, because at the core of rap is storytelling.
Yeah.
So, Durk, if you know you have ops, get out of Chicago, get out of fucking LA, Atlanta, all the hot spots. Get your little ranch or house somewhere in Texas. Raise your family. Like, if you don't even want to live for yourself, my advice to people is live for your family.
Yeah.
Live for the ones you love. Because we have to start living. Like, we work so hard to make this money to what? To leave it off to our kids? To die? Like, look at what happened to young Dolph. That should be one of the biggest motivators to get out of that shit.
Chief Keef. Why are all these niggas just following Chief Keef's freaking route? This nigga left Chicago for a decade. No one's calling him pussy. No one's calling him out of his name. Then I think he just went back to Chicago after how many years, and he was praised. Like, yo, fam, like, just follow the footsteps. There's a couple of rappers where I respect how they did it. Like, Schoolboy Q was on Lil Yachty's podcast, and I just love how he broke this down. It's like, I don't know for what reason. I guess he was chilling somewhere, and then I guess like, and everyone knows.
I remember this.
Schoolboy Q is a freaking Hoover Crip. Like, and everyone knows in LA, like, LA is filled with majority Crips. So it's like he's just out, just chilling one day. And keep in mind, this nigga Schoolboy Q has Hoover tatted over his fucking neck and changed his lifestyle. This nigga apparently said he walked up against Schoolboy Q and started banging on him. And then he's like, Schoolboy Q said, yo, fam, my latest single was Soccer Dad. What do you, like, if you want to say that, oh, I ran up on Schoolboy Q and I punked him, sure, go at it. But then life fucking continues.
No, I agree.
Alright.
I used to be a hothead and I had to calm down too, so I totally get it.
And the last thing I'll say on
It's
this,
something you gotta want. Sorry, go
and
ahead.
I know I'm gonna get slack for this, but if you gonna commit crime, don't rap about it.
Oh, that's the biggest thing. Don't indict yourself. Don't make it easy for the feds.
No, it's true. I have read so many books on shit like that, and you know the kingpins and all of them. You know the niggas that was really living like that. They're not out there talking about what they do. They just do it and shut the fuck up. Like, them real gangsters don't talk about it.
You should. Every family member I had that was really in the streets don't got social media.
That's true. And it's called organized crime because there's structure and there's a hierarchy and there's discipline, there's honor, there's a code. If you want to live that type of lifestyle, like it took decades to take down like the mafia. So they still, all those families still exist today.
Bro,
it's just they're more covert.
I'm not gonna say which episode it was, but I remember when we had some guests on the show one time, and they came with a big entourage, and I was just introducing myself to everyone, and then he says, "Hey, so what's your name?" He's like, "Oh, what's my name today?" I'm like, "You know what? Don't worry about it, dog. Don't."
I
we never had
that.
this convo.
Yeah, that's true.
You just here, just be a spectator.
That's
You
true.
good.
I remember that.
You good.
Fun times. But honestly though, yo, life is precious. That's what I want to end with. Life is precious, and yo, be there for your it. I think the beauty of this shit is to grow old. I know growing old, being washed, being a dad, being called unc is uncomfortable for you kids, but it's a blessing
It's a
to
beautiful
grow and to do that. Like walking in the house and your kid is saying, daddy is fulfilling. Being able to buy my mom a house one day is fulfilling. Like
Bro.
traveling the world with my fiance, my wife, my kids is fulfilling. Like I don't
No, that's
like
real.
y'all try to downplay the cool shit about life that is dope. And,
They try to downplay the good life.
like it's
I'm 27 years old. I'm at the gas station and I see 4 niggas in shirts. This is me.
you got it, big dog.
Love you, kid.
I see that shit all the time.
A young nigga called me OG at one point. I don't know because my beard was really long at one point, and I'm like, hey man.
Another day we can talk about when I was falsely arrested that one time. But quick story, I'm gonna make this super brief. They picked me up. I know every nigga say this. I didn't commit the crime. I didn't do anything. But I really, they booked me by accident, right?
Happens a lot,
No,
unfortunately.
it was for some unpaid tickets they claimed, but I paid everything and I had the paperwork. But anyway, so they booked me. I went through the whole process. The funny part about that was when they tried to get me to take the mugshot. I'm such a goofy nigga. I was trying to keep a tough face. I couldn't come up with a tough face, right? So that's the part. That's the first part. That was hilarious, right? So I'm in there. They put all of us in one cell in the beginning before they
The holding cell.
Yeah, the holding cell. So I'm next to the phone because I want to be away from everybody, right? And bro, this dude that literally beat his baby moms 2 hours ago came up to me. He said, "Yo, big dog, can I please use the phone?" I'm like, "Bro, by all means, you can have the phone." And I'm not a big dog. I'm not supposed to be.
Can you imagine they see Cheech on the last like, damn, what that little nigga need to get in here?
Me,
You know
out
what's
of
crazy?
all people.
I did a bid, and they always used to ask me, "What are you doing here?" Because I was like too pretty. Because I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot of ugly ass bitches.
Yeah.
Is there some woman you saw in there, they're like, damn, I thought you was a man?
You said what?
You ever see like a woman in there, you thought like, oh damn, I thought that was a man?
There was trainees in there with
Oh,
us.
shit.
Yeah, because they cut their dick off.
Oh.
Once you have a vagina, you can't be with the men. You have to be with the women, which is kind of. I mean, I feel like they need to just build some shit for them bitches because. Excuse me, I don't. I just talk.
It's fine.
I just talk like that. I don't mean to call y'all
but
bitches.
that's good. You could cut. Yeah, we don't
No,
have any.
I don't want to offend them.
Correct this whole episode.
I don't mean to just. I just call everybody bitches. Don't mind.
Yeah, we from Florida.
Yeah, they need to have their own fucking space because in jail everybody like to fight and act like they tough and this and this and that.
That's true.
And I'm not fighting a tranny, bitch.
Man, that's a man.
Get your nigga ass the fuck up out of here. Like, I'm pressing a button.
I respect it.
I'm not fighting a
That's
man.
man's strength. I don't care
Yeah.
what you cut off.
They in there literally like fucking all these girls and fighting them. And
Yeah,
that
it's
shit is
crazy.
not fucking fair at all.
Well, even still staying in legal trouble, like we have one nigga that we probably not seen him, but we definitely seen his car around here in Palm Beach. 6ix9ine got taken in by the feds.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
didn't he kill a Cuban rapper?
I don't know this complete specifics of it.
I don't know it either.
But like, so pretty much like what I have here is he was arrested for violating his conditions for his supervised release. That's what they read. That's what they really took him
But the
in.
violation could be anything.
Could be
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
So
I think I was reading he failed to get a drug test.
he got positive for meth apparently.
Yeah,
he's
positive
on some.
and he traveled without
Bro,
talking
meth
to
is
his
fucking crazy. That shit is
Bro.
killing y'all. Stop doing drugs.
meth
God
and
damn.
fentanyl.
And I'm not trying to promote drugs, but nigga, you make too much money to be doing meth.
But
Out of
that's
all the
what they
drugs you can
do.
afford, you doing meth?
Meth is crazy.
Dead ass trailer
Meth is
park
crazy.
drugs.
No,
Meth
when
is
I was
crazy.
locked
That's
up, when I was
six-time
locked
drugs.
up, there was so many people that like they ain't got no teeth. They just and then they in and out. They're always in jail. Like I was in there I got 9 months. I did 6 months. And I seen a lot of the same bitches. They'll leave and come right back. Leave and come right back.
Crazy.
Leave and come right back. Like it just doesn't stop.
Dead ass. So like, and my problem with like 6ix9ine being taken in because yo fam, how many chances can God give a man? Like you literally. One thing is like, I'm not gonna say that like I was a fan of 6ix9ine, but it's like I understand like he was honest. One thing I always gave him, he was honest with what he was doing. But fam, you can't claim that you blood. You can't claim you this, like all this gang shit. Then you rat on everybody. Then you come out of jail, and then you still on gangsta shit. Fam.
I never liked him because he wore lace fronts. So I didn't give a fuck about none of that.
Then you wore
shit.
lace fronts?
He
That
was
was his
wearing
real
lace
hair?
fronts.
I heard.
That's crazy.
Colorful, fucking.
I thought that was his hair. That's crazy.
No.
I mean, honestly, to be honest, I fuck with the music at first, but after all those things, not even the ratting part. Once I found out you refuse to be yourself at a certain point, like you having an identity crisis. Like
Yeah.
I can't follow you or take what you're saying serious when I don't know which
Who you wanna be
persona
today.
or which
Yeah.
personality this is coming from. So I mean, you know, good luck to him. You know, prayers out to him. But I mean, he got to get his shit together,
Bro,
man.
he's always been.
Listen, if he's in there because he tested positive for meth, God is doing his ass a favor.
Yeah, facts.
Dead
Stay
ass.
off them drugs.
Stay on
Seriously.
the man.
Dead ass. And
That
plus,
shit
like,
kills you. Like,
I was actually aware of 6ix9ine before he even got famous. Because, like, there is this Facebook page. This is actually before Instagram. There's a Facebook page called NDSBG Marketplace 2.0, to be exact. A lot of people got popping off that. Like, I believe dude that has the brand Who Decides War, he was posting fits in there. I used to post fits in there. 6ix9ine used to post fits in there before he was 6ix9ine. I think his real name is Danny or some shit.
Yeah.
So like he was posting fits, but he was known for like wearing the most outlandish shit. Like there was a whole trend where niggas was wearing just like AIDS on a t-shirt, pussy nigga, like F-bomb. Not saying that on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Like he was
like
like
the spray paint
yeah,
t-shirts.
he was just wearing some crazy shit, and that's how he got famous. That's how he got known. Then he made Gummo, and then it's like, so he's always been in the news for some dumb shit. But I think this is just God just telling him, you need to sit your ass down.
no, when God takes you to jail, just like Durk, just like everybody that gets locked up, he's trying to sit you down. Because again, me being a convicted felon for some shit I didn't even do, everybody in the city knows that. Like, they know my story.
I meant to ask you about that. I don't know if you wanted to.
I don't mind. Listen, I'm an open book.
What did you get incarcerated for? Look at
Cocaine.
me. Cocaine. Okay.
Mind you, I've never touched that shit. Everybody that knows me knows I don't play with those kind of drugs. I smoke a little bit of weed. I might drink some Hennessy, some Don Julio. But me and Coke, I don't do none of that shit because I see what it does to people, and I love my teeth. I like having teeth. So I just don't do drugs. I was never into like heavy drugs. So when I got convicted of that, I was obviously wrong. I was at someone else's house. I'm not going to say that bitch nigga name.
But they don't care about none of
I
that.
was at his house, and you know, they raided the house the day that I was there. I was leaving. They got me outside of the neighborhood. They brought me back to the house. That was red flag number 1. Red flag number 2 was they knew the drugs weren't mine. It was in his house. I had my own apartment. Why didn't y'all go search my shit?
Did they test you at all?
No.
Okay.
And I told them to. I told my lawyer, I said, have them fingerprint the drugs. Because if I touched it, then y'all could tell me, bitch, I know I ain't touched that shit. I don't fuck with that shit. And it would be in your system.
So
it would be in my system. Bitch, you could test my hair follicles, nigga. I've never touched that shit. Stop playing with me.
Wrong time, wrong place, wrong time.
Right. Exactly. No, but I feel like it was a setup, 100%. The detective guy that raided the house asked him, like, you know, he told us everything that he was arresting both of us for, and he looked at him and he said, are you going to say it's yours? And he didn't say shit. So I knew he was going to pin that shit on me, and he did. I knew because when we were in the holding cell, he got walked out 30 minutes of being in there, and I sat for 6 months. Snitchy. I sat there for 6 fucking months. How the fuck you, like, nigga, it's your house. You got to make that shit make sense. And I don't know, but I feel like he was definitely working with them folks, and that's just me. Again, I sat for something I didn't do. I was already on probation, granted. I was, so that arrest was like a violation. But a lot of other girls, when I was locked up, they had like their 3rd violation of their probation, and they got let right back out and reinstated. I would have got reinstated had he said, hey, you know what, let her go, that's mine. And he owned up to his shit. But because he didn't, I had to eat that shit. I couldn't really fight it.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, so that's
sorry to hear about that. Wow.
It's okay. You know what? I'm not mad that I did time. That was the best thing that ever happened to me.
Look,
that shit sat me all the way down. Like, I'm a completely different person since before that. If you knew me, you knew I was fighting, I was beating bitches up, I was acting up, drunk all the time.
I thought that's what it was. I'm like, damn, you got one really good this time.
Yeah. This time, like that little sit down, like I never want to go back. I have kids. So that was the hardest fucking part. That was the hardest part was leaving my babies, and that shit affected all of us. So me, a bitch couldn't snap. She could be in my face like this talking shit. I ain't touching you unless you touch me. I literally just don't give a fuck about a lot of shit. So
wow, that's okay.
Yeah, that shit should change you. I don't understand how people be in and out of jail all the time doing the same stupid shit, but you know, it changed me.
What did the time you spent in there? What was the biggest change you made coming out? Like, as a woman, as a mother, as a professional, everything. So you started moving different.
Everything. When I was in there, I tapped into my creativity. Like, I'm very creative, but it was like you literally have to come up with shit from nothing in there. So it was really cool. And then on top of that, I've always been a hustler, but I was into really hustling for real, because when nobody putting money on my books, which is crazy because I know everybody. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, but again, I don't give a fuck about that. I still did my time. I did good, whatever. But yeah, I changed 100%. It was night and day.
Okay.
It changes you. If you're a good person that's not supposed to be there, and you were like, for example, my story, that shit changes you. I'm like, you know what? You got to think about all the shit I didn't get caught doing. So you know what? Fuck it. If I got caught for this nigga shit and I gotta eat it, cause in my family, I'm not a snitch. We can't like.
Yeah,
I just couldn't sit there and say, hey, like, and say his name and say it was his. Like, nigga, you know it's yours. The whole city know it's yours. When I was gone, everybody was defending me. Like, everybody knew. So I don't really have to defend myself on that tip. Everybody knows.
Can I ask an ignorant question?
Of course.
Are women allowed to be called a snitch? Do people care if women are snitches? I
don't know, but I just can't do it.
There's some women that are involved in gangs.
No
I mean, his baby mama's a rat. I was on probation because of that bitch. I was on probation because of that bitch. Every time she starts shit with people, and then she gets beat up, and then she want to go call the cops. And she put another nigga behind bars for, I don't know, 16 years. Like, I think a snitch is a snitch. I don't give a fuck. Ho, you're a rat. You need to go. Like.
So here's my argument. I think, you can tell me different. Mm-hmm. I think snitches and rats are kind of different.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Cause like, why
a rat is like involved, and
then you put the drop. If you are an innocent bystander, I think it's okay to snitch, because I'm pretty sure the audience knows. I'm snitching. I'm fucking snitching. I'm fucking snitching.
Well, this is the category that I identify with, and I'm not doing that.
So like basically, like with all that snitching shit, it's not even just about that. It was really hard to fight my case regardless, because I already had previous charges. I've been locked up a couple times, but I never had to sit. I was like in and out the next morning. This is the first time I was like, and I knew I wasn't gonna come home. I remember like the day of the arrest, like it was yesterday. And it's crazy because that shit is so traumatizing. I really don't know how y'all keep doing that shit. I still get nightmares like of troll following me in their cars and stopping me and taking me to jail for nothing. Like these are the dreams I still have today.
Let me ask you like a somewhat personal question. So what was that effect on like your kids? Like who stepped in for you at that very moment? Who was like a helping hand for you? I mean I know your family is very involved, especially your mom, I believe.
My mom.
Yeah. So it's like how did the family take that as a whole?
It was hard. My mom took on the responsibility for my kids, and I don't know what I would be without her. Thank you so much. Like I owe her the world. I cook for her every day. Like I literally owe that lady everything just because of that. But it was hard on my kids. Like it was really hard. My oldest, he's more like a grandma's boy, but it affected him. The little one, he's at my hip.
Okay.
And just two mornings ago, I woke up and he's wrapped around me crying, and I'm like, "What's wrong with you? Why are you crying?" He's like, "Mom, you remember when you went away for a long time?"
Oh man.
And I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm here now." And he's like, "Yeah, but like I can't live without you."
Damn.
And I cried. I let him stay home from school. Like he ate.
Yeah.
He ate with that one. I said, "Papi, you don't even got to go to school today. Let's go do something together." Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's spend the whole day together to prove to you.
yeah, because I know that affected him. Like that was the worst part for me in there too. Like I was thugging it in there. Don't get me wrong. Like I wasn't the cry. There was a lot of different personalities, and this bitch is crying all day, and you know they can't handle it. Like I was real tough skinned about it, and I just kept myself busy. I was baking cakes and doing shit all day to keep my mind off of it. There was days that I would just like break down, and it was, you know, I missed my kids. That's all. It affected all of us.
How did they take it? Because I know like
They took it hard.
They probably didn't.
They took it hard. They were in school.
They knew what was going on.
Yeah, they didn't know I was in jail.
But
at
they
first,
knew you just went away.
But I was just gone. It
Yeah,
was
your
the
presence
absence.
was not
Like
there.
Well, I understand too, because there's some shit that stays with a kid because
that's traumatizing.
And the thing what pisses me off too, because I actually witnessed my father get arrested when I was younger.
And that shit's traumatizing.
It is very trauma because like seeing just like another person manhandle like your parent and you can't do nothing. Like my cousin had to literally run me upstairs, and the thing that really pissed me off is that like I remembered it very vaguely, but my mom was just trying to lie to me throughout my whole life that it didn't happen because I would have dreams about it, and I'm like, it happened. But
no, when I came home, I told my kids what happened. Like I told them like, cause I forgot. I don't know if they got in a fight at school or my little one. He's more aggressive, so he choked some kid out at school or some shit.
It's always this little one.
He's not bad as fuck, but he's very to himself. So when you fuck with him, he don't play that shit. He's just bumping. He's not talking. He's not telling the teacher. He's just gonna slap the shit out you, whatever.
I like that.
So he's very much my son. So literally, when I sat down with him, I was like, you know what? Back before I got locked up, I used to smack my kids up all the time. I used to whoop their ass, whatever, if I felt like they were wrong. But I noticed that he just gets more aggressive with other kids. So now it's like I don't touch my kids at all. I talk to them. So I sat down with him like, hey, you remember when I was gone for that long time? You know where I was at? Right now, you're a kid. I could just pick you up from school and handle this shit. You can get suspended, some stupid shit. The day of tomorrow, you're going to be going to jail just like me. And that shit is no joke. You want me to tell you what's in there? And my son's just looking at me like, really? And ever since I just like spoke to him, he's so calm. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's just me being home now that I guess helps. I don't know.
Okay. So obviously I've been around your workspace and I've seen you outside. But knowing you, I think is kind of like loving you. But I feel like people that don't know you or don't know how to approach you because you have a strong personality, they might take it as you the aggressor. Because you don't fuck with a lot of people. And the people you fuck with, it's like a tight-knit group. So it's like you come off like fuck these people, but it's like really like nah, I'm with my people, so I don't want to whatever. So what's some of the other misconceptions about you or things that you've heard about yourself that you're like whoa?
A lot of people think I'm like a super bitch until they meet me. Once you start talking to me and we have the first conversation, they're like, oh my gosh, like I would have never thought. I'm super fucking friendly. I can't help it. I'm friendly with everybody. I'm nice to everybody. If you're nice to me, I'm nice to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm really like, I'm real social. I'm a social butterfly.
Well, light-skinned women have that stigma regardless.
Yeah, but I don't know. People think like, they're like, oh, I'm scared of you. Like, I don't want to just, girls tell me that all the time. And I'm like, girl, I'm a girl's girl. We could literally like talk about anything. I don't even got to know you. Yeah, shut up. I got to stop doing that.
Because the reason why I said like some like I know like a lot of light skinned women get the stigma that they just rude because you ever get curved by a light skinned woman? You know the meme, the light skin face
Yeah,
is like
It hurts me.
motherfucker. Yeah. Y'all don't gotta traumatize my dogs like that. Just
That's why I don't kind of rock with him like that. But let me
see. I'm nice when it comes to dubbing men. I'm real nice. I'm like, I got a boyfriend.
There's an art to it, but some
Yeah.
people
what
don't.
happened to just say no? Like they
Right.
gonna tell me like no, broke ass nigga. Just like no.
Yeah, they be talking.
Whoa, what happened to no?
The only way I'll snap like that is because nowadays men have no game. They're so disrespectful.
That's
We were
true.
just talking about that. Like
That's true.
niggas is texting me like, oh, like what you doing? Can we fuck this week? Like,
That's crazy.
can you pay my bills this week,
That's
motherfucker? Like,
crazy.
and then we're
That's like trying to set an appointment. Like, man, you're not
That's
trying to
lame
talk.
as
It's a-
fuck. That is so lame. Like, let that shit happen. Take the bitch out to eat. Something. Make
Catch
it a
a
vibe.
vibe, yeah.
Then if it
Don't tell Cheech
happens,
that.
it happens. You gotta
Favorite
butter the
word.
bitch up to fuck anyways. Y'all just straight up asking for pussy and the bitch is just like,
Wait, can I address something too? Like one thing niggas we need to leave in 2024. You know what? Like when most men like approach a woman, they don't even ask their name. It's straight. What's the IG?
Yeah, I hate that. I think that's corny.
no, again, these niggas don't have no game no more, like at all. And you know what? It's not all their fault. You bitches be going for that shit, and
That's
y'all need
true.
to stop it.
But I have to put some
No,
pushback.
have some respect on yourself. I don't care what. Like I'm a dancer, so in the industry that I'm in, niggas always come at me crazy. But guess what? They don't get no time out of me. Guess the ones that do, the ones that respect me.
That's true.
You gotta earn this shit. You can't just a nigga talk to you crazy and then you're gonna go fuck because he got a couple followers.
No,
or he
they
got a
think
chain on.
They think he's bold.
I don't give a fuck. A lot of girls go for shit just because a nigga got a chain on. Half of them chains be fake. Can y'all please
Aha.
can y'all please
Should've
stop
went to
the bullshit? Like seriously,
She went
like
there.
add some value to yourself. If you want to fuck who you want to fuck, but don't do it because he got a chain on or because of this or because of that. Like just like the nigga a little bit at least. Like
Ooh,
Damn.
this is- I love this.
y'all just be fucking anything that walk and it's embarrassing. And then they have the nerve to come and talk to women like me like that, and I feel offended.
Set you straight on up.
But here's my gripe. Even though like everything you say I do agree with, but the pushback I have is like a woman will say, "Oh, but he's too nice." So what is being disrespectful, a good guy, and being too nice? Where is the line? I feel like that's a blurred line.
I think that's in the age. When I was
I
younger,
agree. I
I
agree.
thought like, them rude niggas was just so fine, like they got the best dick. This is what you think. Now that I'm older, I don't care about none of that shit. If you're not treating me right, I don't want nothing to do with you. I don't care if your dick is good. if
Listen to
it's
my
big,
off
I
back
don't
there.
care.
Might don't say I'm rude.
Worry about the wrong shit. For real. Them bitches end up pregnant, having babies with these niggas, crying because them niggas don't care and don't take care of what they supposed to take care of. Y'all just, like I said, y'all go for anything.
When I was
Y'all
working at Foot Action, like I had this one coworker, like a slew of hood niggas just came in. You know, like 7 niggas, 1 credit card, the usual at Foot Action. So like they came in and then she was like, "Oh my gosh, hood niggas," and then I said in the background, "Oh my gosh, felonies." Oh my.
That's hate.
No, I mean,
I don't know how loud it
it's
was. The
true.
whole
Like,
store was laughing.
bitches be so mad about having babies with these ain't shit ass niggas. If you notice, there's so many single moms nowadays, including me.
Camera on her again, Freddie. Thinking.
Cause y'all
You
fucking
wanna
these
smoke?
lame ass niggas over stupid shit. Again, y'all not looking at, okay, let me see his family. How are
Let
they
you
operating?
vet. Let me vet this person.
Let me see
It's
what's
called
really
courting.
up.
The courting phase. The
Don't get me
dating
wrong.
phase.
I understand niggas be tricking bitches. I get that too. But you still gotta like, I don't know. It's hard out here, man.
But the trick, okay, here's my thing when women say,
No, I got tricked.
niggas be, yeah, okay.
I wanna hear that shit, I got
but see,
tricked.
I respect a nigga that trick you off of a lies and him being smooth. I don't respect that you don't know where this nigga work, you don't know the source of his money. He showed you one great night and you think that's a lifestyle.
Yeah,
Like
I agree
that's
with
what
that.
I don't
I agree with
respect. If you see a flash of money and go for it, it's one thing.
That's-
But if a nigga is rizzing you, is on the phone with you every day, FaceTiming you, checking up about your day, taking you out to lunch, okay, cool. You build a rapport. You build some type of familiarity with that person. And if you give in, I understand. Okay, he fooled you, but at least he invested some time into doing it.
You was right. I was definitely put up. when I had my kids. I ain't work. Nobody seen my face the whole time I was with my baby daddy.
It's good. My dad played that
Yeah, I
same
was
shit with my
home
mom.
in the house. I was like, one of those like. I mean, it's almost weird to say like when I started dancing, everybody's like, Eva, like.
Yeah, I remember you
fuck?
retired for a while and you came back. I remember.
It's alright, man. I always tell my young niggas like if she
I
talking
didn't want
to.
to.
I always tell my young
I was
niggas if
forced.
she already talking to a nigga with the chunky Cuban, focus on yourself, king.
No, for real, because that should be so stupid. A lot of first of all, let me just say this about these fucking chains, because y'all piss me off with this shit.
Oh no.
Them scammers that catch a little wave and buy some fucking jewelry but don't got shit, not even a pot to piss in, and here y'all going for that shit. Embarrassing.
But they
Y'all
always
need
want to
to
get the
do
20
better.
year old though. They always want to get the 20.
Oh,
The
yeah,
20,
young
21.
bitches.
Unfortunately,
Bro, yeah, the younger girls are kind of slow. I get it. Like I was too. Shit. But I wasn't trying to be with them niggas. I wasn't being stupid. I get it if like whatever you like, then y'all cool, y'all fucked. But y'all be trying to like be with these men, and then when it's like when you figure out, but you knew the whole time. You were just being stupid because you had on a fucking chain.
I think the most important question that I have to ask you today, and that's something I designed and constructed just for you, right, is there's only a few places in the world that men can go to be catered to. I think a barbershop is part of that. I think a strip club is part of that. A very like manly bar, like a small town bar is part of that. I guess what I want your input on and your advice on, or your insight on, is to the women out there that don't understand or that can't keep a man in the house, or that don't understand what men like or how we like to relax, how we like to be treated. Like, I think there's an art to that shit, because in the strip club, there's a way you guys talk to us. It's very convenience. It's very like, if you want to, it's like if a man is spending the money, it's not like we don't have to ask you about your day. We don't have to get personal with it. It's such an easygoing environment, and I feel like a lot of women could get niggas, but they can't keep them.
They can't keep them.
What's your advice to any woman that's watching, whether she's in a relationship or single, on how to keep a man entertained and also like in tune to them, like to be able to stay at home, or even if he wants to go out with them? How can women be a vibe? Because you a vibe. Being around you outside in the club, the environment, the atmosphere is always like easygoing. Anything flow. It's no pressure. Nobody's bitching about anything. How can women learn that skill and apply it to their relationships?
Number one, always know your place.
Know
Know your place. That's number one. That's on number one in my book. Like, know your fucking place. Number two, don't nag. Don't nag. If a nigga wants to do right by you, he will. If he doesn't want to, stop fucking nagging. Bitches know what to do. Know your place.
I feel like she about to drop the 10 commandments.
It's true. It's true. Like, girls, it always boils down back to not knowing your motherfucking place. The reason I'm so good at what I do is because, like you said, I'm a vibe. It's easy to deal with me, and it's easy for me to deal with men. They're easy to deal with. Honestly, they're easy creatures. Keeping them happy is not that fucking hard. You guys make it complicated because y'all fuck up. He cheats.
Segue.
Now you're always talking about, oh, you fuck this bitch, but you can't leave him alone. Fuck the bitch with him. Do something to shut the fuck up, bitch, because you talking too much, and niggas don't like that. They wanna come home and be at peace. No, seriously, men want to be at peace. That's why they come to the strip club, and y'all bitches be mad at us for making your nigga feel good. But bitch, you're not doing it at your house, and then I'm not gonna say no to his money. He want to pay me for it because you're not doing it.
I really hope that was an ISO.
No, seriously, get y'all shit together.
But actually, staying on like knowing yourself and knowing your place, I have to ask this question because I was not gonna have this conversation when a woman was not on site. So Kanye West was in the news recently.
Okay.
So we don't have a lot of time, so I have to kind of go through this quickly. So I don't know if you know. So Kanye West was recently sued by his ex-assistant. And she was, apparently he had interest in this woman, even though he's married. Not going to comment on that, but he had interest in this woman. Apparently she declined. Then out of nowhere, he hired her to be his assistant, his personal assistant.
And she took the job, right?
Oh,
okay.
She took the job.
Getting paid how much?
She was getting paid $1 million a year. So, And as time goes by, she was getting paid. She was obviously, Kanye was still trying to fuck. Apparently, she was still declined, allegedly. So Kanye, I guess, wanted her so bad, he upped it to $4 million a year. Then I'm pretty sure someone went into his ear and said, all right, nigga, you wildin'. This bitch not worth $4 million. Chill. So then I think she got fired. Now she's taking him to court saying that, apparently for discrimination, sexual harassment. And then she threw it out there that, like, he drugged her and then tried to, like, R-word her. And so I know that was a lot. I just put out.
Because I didn't know nothing. Go ahead.
So first I want to ask you a question on what's your take on the whole situation, and the second question I have for you is, will you accept a job from a man who is actively trying to sleep with you?
If he's paying me $1 million a year, I'm taking the job and I'm sucking dick. I don't give a fuck. And I'm not taking shit to court. No, I'm dead ass serious. Oh, you want to fuck with me?
I think we got a round of applause from the studio audience. I think this is the first time a guest got a standing ovation.
Hey, I don't know her name, but Shawty, you tripping.
Don't do it. Do not do it.
Tripping.
For the people that don't know, swimmers in the back ready to throw a whole stack of ones, and I am saying no.
We did plan on it, and I was gonna twerk for it.
So very, very quick, what's your reaction to this, Chief?
Honestly, like I spoke to you, I feel like women play this clueless game to string men along. I'm big on, if you don't want to do something, don't do it.
Don't fucking do it. If you ain't want to fuck that nigga, you should never took the motherfucker. You knew he wanted to fuck you before you got the job. So be for real. So I think that she's just trying to get richer. She's trying to sue him for more money. You could have been getting paid $4 million.
Shut the fuck up.
Just like a dick.
I'm set for life. I'm never leaving this job.
$4 million is crazy.
Here's the thing. Just like I broke it down to Gary, I don't think like regular people know what a personal assistant to a billionaire is. That means you are sitting in dinners with them, you are in meetings with them, you traveling with them in private planes with him.
Sitting on his dick too.
Yes.
He's probably seeing you more than his wife.
Yes. You are picking up. You probably picking up his laundry, dry cleaning. You probably picking up his food. You probably setting up his meetings. You know when he goes to sleep. You are setting up his doctor appointments.
You're taking so much off their chest, so much stress off of them. Like, that's what men love.
Yo, no disrespect. I don't care how good you check my emails. You not worth $1 million.
Well,
but that's you. That nigga shit to him. That's nothing. And to me,
and he knew what he was doing. Like, yo, I want you to be comfortable, but you gonna be here traveling with me. We might as well get it on every once in a while.
Let me see my very quick take, because I know like women are probably gonna be like, there's gonna be a different side of the coin. First off, I want to say, Kanye, you fucking wildin' for even throwing the offer.
$4 million is crazy, but babe, if you want to give it to me, I'll do it. I'll take the job.
I respect it. If you earn to play like that, you got the money to play like that.
But Kanye, but you know she threw the bait. If you know you throwing the bait, she took the bait, and now. Fam, now she want hella bread off of you. I think he's gonna settle because of the fact that it's Kanye. You don't want the shit to be bigger than what it is. She's gonna get some type of payout, but I just think this all could have been avoided.
Yeah, but she's stupid. She left with breadcrumbs. You could have been set for life.
And you fucked your face up in the industry forever. Nobody's gonna
want to deal with your shit now, bitch.
Yeah.
You're stupid.
Anyways.
But
But this was
that was
very
a fucking crazy episode.
This
Probably
was
one of the craziest one we have in a long time.
And honestly, I'm gonna vote now before we do our last episode of the year. This is my favorite episode of the year. I'm just gonna go ahead and give my vote.
The few that we had this year.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm gonna give you a props. We've never had somebody as bold taking a stance, how you took, stance on certain things as vote. Because people come here, they try to be diplomatic. Like, my friends are gonna watch this, my family's gonna watch this.
Fuck.
But
you're right though.
But I like that. I like that.
I get an argument, I'm throwing on your page.
I'll take the heat. I don't care.
I love authenticity, and I didn't expect nothing less. I knew you were gonna be a great guest from the jump, and we were supposed to do this like 2 years ago.
Literally.
But
yes,
we gotta run up out here. Where can the people find you?
Yes, facts.
Oh, my Instagram is living through Eva, but the E's a 3.
It keeps changing too, by the way. We're
I'm
going to talk
sorry,
about that
y'all.
in part 2.
Where can they find you, my guy?
Y'all be hating.
You can find me on the gram. You can find me on the streets. Tonight, nigga, you can find me at Crew.
I'm coming.
But find me on IG, Cheese Magliani. You tap in with the pod. We drop, you're gonna get consistent content. We drop every 2 weeks on Saturday. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, Gary, what do you go by?
I go by the name of Gary, aka Mr. Sneaker Convo, aka Black Business Supporter, aka get out the house and go vote if you can.
Facts. All right, and we are These Are the Aesthetics. All right, peace and love. We'll see y'all next time.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.